maximize storage and organization in your RV? Hi, I'm Kris from Where Wild Winds Roam, and today I'm going to share all of the storage and organization tips for you while on the road. When working on storage and organization within your RV, defining zones is a critical part of this. Understanding where items will be placed within your RV will help you find and store things easily as you go. Defining zones such as your bathroom, your kitchen, and your bedroom might seem like logistical no-brainers, but when it comes to moving items in and even bringing new items in once you've been in your RV for a little bit, helps you kind of categorize where those items should be placed and stored effectively and efficiently. So that's why tip number 1 is define zones. When you're ready to move your items into your RV cabinets and drawers, you might notice that things aren't as they always appear. So RV cabinets and drawers are often custom sizes, which means that your traditional organizers for, say, your cabinet risers or your utensil holders, they're not going to fit. So that leads me to tip number 2, which is measure everything, especially before you head to the store and start buying organizers and bins for all of your RV storage spaces. So do you still have things beyond your cabinets and drawers? That brings me to tip number 3. Make use of vertical space within your RV. This could be useful for hanging up things such as jackets and towels and even your hats, but don't think just your basics. Things like your yoga mats and instruments and even measuring cups within your cabinets are all great uses of that vertical space that you might not think can be utilized. But throwing a couple of hooks on the door or even using those over-the-door hangers are great ways to get things up and out of the way. Moving into tip number 4, my favorite, the 3 Bs, utilizing bins, buckets, and baskets. These are great for not only their functional purposes, but also for their aesthetic purposes. You can combine and group like items into smaller containers, such as teas in your cabinet or those loose items within your fridge that might shift during travel. But they also clean up a space as well, like the spices over my stovetop. Bins, buckets, and baskets can be used everywhere and anywhere you can think of, and they come in all different shapes and sizes, which make them super purposeful for storage and organizing just about anything within your RV. So what to do with those things that you might not need all the time, but you want to keep them on board? Consider those long-term overstock and even seasonal items for tip number 5. What to do with these? Tuck them away in those bins, buckets, and baskets that you might find an extra space for, such as underneath those lift beds in your master bedroom, or in our case, this extra loft space in our toy hauler. We turn that into our attic. So you can also use vacuum bags that are space-saving to condense down bulky items such as snowsuits and extra clothes, and even blankets that you might not need in the summer, but want to break out in the fall and winter while you're on the road. So thanks for tuning in, and I hope these 5 tips help you stay organized on the road.